Casey Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I was born and raised in a little town just north of Grand Rapids. I went to a performing arts school in Los Angeles for about 3 years, and now I'm back doing theater.
Okay. So what got you started into doing theater?
When I was very little, my family were always big singers in like the church and stuff, and every time they had like an Easter pageant or whatever, I was always like involved with that. And I really got started into singing before theater, and then things progressed, and then all through high school, I just had a blast doing it. So now it's like what I want to do with my life. So. Is that the old planner you told me about? The one who drinks? Oh my god. Mary, you can't let her marry a guy like that.
So since South Pacific is a musical, is there any soundtrack from the musical or any song in general that has triggered a memory to you, good or bad, or whenever you hear this song, you go back to a place when you were 5 or anything like that?
Well, pretty much every single musical that I've either worked on or listened to or know about, there's always 1 or 2 songs throughout, or like, during the show that strikes a memory. Like, just for an example, one of my favorites is from a show called Children of Eden. It's like the story of Genesis from the Bible. And there's a song in there written by Stephen Schwartz, like the same guy that wrote like Wicked and stuff like that. He wrote a song called Lost in the Wilderness, and it's a song that I think everybody kind of identifies with, because at one point everyone has had that feeling of being trapped where you are, and you know that there's great things out there for you, but you just have to have the courage to actually go for it. And that's what happened to me. Like I felt like I was trapped here in Michigan, and I wasn't doing much, and I moved out to LA just to give it a shot and everything, and it changed like everything about me.
So, you going out to LA,
Mm-hmm.
what is one example that you can give us that really made you feel like, okay, this wasn't for me, which made you move back to Michigan?
Well, the first thing was the scene out in LA is much different than here in Grand Rapids. It wasn't really one major thing or the other that made me want to move back. It was just more of a lot of little different things. And well, Michigan's always been like my home, so it was like just coming home.
So can you say it was a humbling experience for you?
Yeah, I mean, you feel like everyone feels like as soon as you graduate high school, you feel like you're at the top of the world and you're a hot shit and and stuff like that. But like,
Right.
as soon as you get out to somewhere where you're not well known and you're not like well known at all by anyone, you really feel like you're just lost in the middle of a wilderness.
Okay.
You're out there by yourself, and it brings you down to a level of wanting to go for it more. Like, you have to be seen, like you need to be seen, otherwise you're just nothing.